This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and I assure you, you'll find something on the website right now just for you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. Everything in this video is alleged. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. Nowadays, it seems like as soon as you walk out your front door, you can feel the tension in the air. Even when you go normal places, like the grocery store, everybody seems on edge, ready for anything, clutching their little fanny pack with their gun in it, ready for something to go down. It could be the stress of everyday life, just trying to survive in a world that's slowly losing its middle class. It's like either you have it or you struggle. Or propaganda from what we see on TV or while scrolling on social media. But the energy is everywhere. Nevertheless, you can't live in fear though. You still have to live your life, enjoy yourself, and cling to where the love is at in this cold world, like with your family. For some people, they are cool with hanging out with loved ones at home, having a nice meal, maybe a few drinks, even on a special day like their birthday, because they like to control their environment and who they are around. But others refuse to sit around. They want to go outside, get some air, mix and mingle, maybe a little lounge or club, and hopefully find themselves around good people with good energy. But that's a gamble. You just never know when you pull up places who will be there or around. A person with a chip on their shoulder, frustrated with life, or feels like they have nothing to lose. So crashing out will be easy for them. And a run-in with somebody with that mindset can be fatal. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing a recent case of a man who went out to celebrate his birthday but never made it back home. Just last month, at the time, 31-year-old Charles Brothers was navigating life in Baltimore. Described as funny, loyal, very close to his family, the type of man who liked to have fun and enjoy the company of close friends and family. Charles loved to cook, and he would often joke with his mother and challenge her to cooking contests. He had 2 homeboys who he grew up with, and over the years, their bond remained unbreakable. But Charles' main focus was being a father. He had 3 little girls. Last month in December, Charles had a lot to look forward to. The new year, but before that, he would be having a birthday on December 28th. He was about to turn 32 years old. Once his day was approaching, Charles decided he would go out and celebrate on a night on the town. On December 27th, he left the house with a few friends. The destination was Federal Hill, an area in Baltimore known for its nightlife, nice restaurants and bars that back in the day was considered safe and a nice getaway. Charles was enjoying his special day, bar hopping and turning up. As it got early into the next morning, on the 28th, his actual birthday, Charles walked into a school parking lot in the area where another group of people was parked up listening to music. Somewhere in the mix, Charles and another man will find themselves having words going back and forth. Seconds later, shots went off and people fled the scene. Witnesses called BPD, who responded to the location a little bit after 2 a.m. to find Charles suffering from a gunshot wound to the upper body, and unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. At first, police had little to go on, other than the fact Charles was out celebrating his birthday and there was a dispute with another man, who then shot him. Residents and concerned citizens spoke out after the incident on how Federal Hill used to be safe, but lately, crime has been rising in the area, with multiple homicides back to back. One man claimed a neighbor had the full video caught on a Ring camera. He alleged a man was over by the school with others, including a woman. He claimed Charles walked over by the dumpster to relieve himself after a night of drinking, and the shooter got mad and approached. He stated after a few words, the shooter then, what he described, shot the man execution style. The footage was turned over to police, but it's still speculation on exactly what transpired. With witnesses and city cameras though, it didn't take long for police to zone in on a suspect, 31-year-old Devon Johnson. 3 days after the shooting, he was picked up, taken into custody as multiple people pointed him out in the lineup, charged with first-degree hit. As Devon's information was released to the public and the news, people questioned why he was even on the streets, as he had just caught 2 assault charges on 2 different occasions just weeks prior to the incident. He was taken into custody both times, but released pending court dates. The area, which was once a safe haven for locals, had been hit hard with shootings and homicides, with people feeling like something has to be done. As one woman stated, when someone now decides they want to move to Federal Hill in Baltimore and they Google schools in the area for their kids, the first thing that will pop up is a homicide. Charles' family was left to grieve that unfortunately he lost his life hanging out on his birthday after an altercation with a man who was considered a stranger. Police never denied or confirmed the video the neighbor turned in and the reason behind the shooting. It's still pending investigation, and as of now, Devon is innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Charles. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. Definitely his 3 daughters who lost their father. It's terrible. You can't even really go out nowadays to celebrate or have a good time without worrying about who will be there and what you might encounter. Regardless of having a few words with somebody, we gotta learn how to leave it right there, or just don't even engage. You might feel like that's the sucker way out, but a lot more men and women will be alive today if they just walked away or ignored whatever another person was doing, even if you didn't agree with it. The goal is always to make it home to your family. Feelings fade away, but once you are in that ground or pull that trigger, it's no coming back. But I'm gonna leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation in the comments. Yeah, man, crazy story, messed up situation. Rest in peace, that man. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Be sure to tap that like button if you're feeling the content. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. Out.